the gateway to the New World.
When Christopher Columbus embarked from Spain in 1492, funded by Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand, he sought a western route to the rich spice markets of Asia. Instead, he opened the door to the Americas, forever altering global trade and exploration. Columbus's discovery enabled the Columbian Exchange, a vast and transformative biological exchange between the Old and New Worlds. Crops like maize, potatoes, and tomatoes were transferred to Europe, revolutionizing European cuisine and agriculture and leading to significant population growth. Conversely, the introduction of European wheat, sugar, and domesticated animals such as horses and cattle into the New World profoundly influenced the development of American societies and economies. This exchange facilitated not just a transfer of goods, but a blending of human cultures and ecological systems that shaped the modern world.
Columbus's astute navigation.
Christopher Columbus's journey across the Atlantic was a remarkable feat of celestial navigation. Relying on rudimentary instruments like the quadrant and astrolabe, Columbus expertly navigated by the stars. His understanding of the Atlantic's wind patterns, particularly the trade winds, enabled his three ships, the Niña, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, to make the voyage to what he believed were the outskirts of Asia. This successful navigation underscored the potential for further maritime exploration, spurring advancements in navigation and shipbuilding. The subsequent voyages throughout the 15th and 16th centuries not only mapped unknown waters, but also connected continents, laying the groundwork for the global age of discovery.
Cultural exchange.
The contact between Europeans and the indigenous peoples of the Americas led to an unprecedented cultural exchange. Indigenous techniques of rubber processing, tobacco cultivation, and canoe building were soon adopted by Europeans, while European technologies such as metalworking and the wheel transformed indigenous ways of life. Moreover, this cultural exchange was enriched by the introduction of European livestock, which altered the landscape of American agriculture and transportation. This cross-cultural integration had lasting effects on both continents, shaping their economic and social structures and contributing to a richly diverse cultural heritage.
Economic expansion.
The influx of precious metals from the New World had a profound impact on the European economy. Silver from mines in Potosi, in modern-day Bolivia, and gold from the Aztec and Inca empires flooded into Europe, drastically increasing the wealth of the Spanish Empire and other European powers. This wealth funded Renaissance art and learning in Europe and sparked economic changes that would eventually lead to the rise of capitalism. The wealth from the Americas not only enhanced the European economy, but also transformed it, creating new financial institutions and funding the expansion of European empires across the globe.
Inspiration for exploration.
Columbus's voyages ignited a spark that would lead to an age of exploration. Inspired by his reports of the New World, explorers such as John Cabot, Amerigo Vespucci, and Ferdinand Magellan were driven to undertake their voyages, expanding European geographical knowledge and paving the way for the exploration of the Pacific and the circumnavigation of the globe. Magellan's expedition, 1519 to 1522, in particular, which resulted in the first circumnavigation of the Earth, was motivated by the desire to find a western route to the Spice Islands, proving that the world was round and much larger than previously thought. These explorations had a lasting impact on global trade and interaction, establishing a new era of global connectivity.
Advancements in cartography.
The discovery of the Americas by Christopher Columbus significantly enhanced European cartography. Following Columbus's voyages, cartographers began to include the new continents on maps, leading to a dramatic shift in the world's geographical understanding. This period heralded the production of more accurate and detailed maps, facilitated by advancements in cartographic techniques and an increased understanding of the globe's dimensions. Notably, the mapmaker Martin Waldseemüller published a world map in 1507 that for the first time used the name America in honor of Amerigo Vespucci, who recognized that the lands discovered were not part of Asia but a distinct continent. These developments in mapping were crucial for future navigators and explorers and played a key role in the planning of voyages and the establishment of new trade routes and colonies. Enhanced maps improved maritime safety and efficiency, contributing to the age of exploration's expansion and the eventual establishment of trade empires across the world.
New agricultural commodities.
The transfer of tobacco and sugar from the Americas to Europe introduced new commodities that would have significant economic and cultural impacts. Tobacco, initially used medicinally by indigenous peoples, became a widespread pleasure commodity in Europe, often enjoyed in social settings and sparking a thriving global trade that persists today. Similarly, sugarcane, cultivated extensively in the Caribbean, fueled a demand that would be pivotal in the development of vast plantation economies in the New World. These plantations not only transformed the landscape and economies of the Americas, but also led to significant, albeit controversial, demographic shifts, including the forced migration of African slaves to meet labor demands. The introduction of these commodities into European markets had profound social and economic repercussions, reshaping diets, social customs, and agricultural practices.
Demographic changes.
The discovery of the Americas catalyzed one of the largest human migrations in history. Europeans of various backgrounds moved to the New World, driven by the promise of land and wealth. This migration significantly altered the demographic makeup of both continents. In the Americas, European settlers founded numerous towns and cities, laying the groundwork for new societies characterized by a diverse mix of cultures and ethnicities. This blend of indigenous peoples, European settlers, and African slaves led to unique cultural and demographic dynamics, particularly evident in the mosaic of cultural practices, languages, and religions that define the Americas today. These demographic changes, while complex and often contentious, contributed to the rich cultural diversity that is a hallmark of the Western Hemisphere.
Scientific discovery.
The discovery of the Americas opened up vast new fields of scientific study. European naturalists, botanists, and biologists were introduced to an array of plants, animals, and ecosystems previously unknown in Europe. This period of scientific exploration led to significant advancements in understanding biodiversity and the natural world. Scholars like Carl Linnaeus later based some of their classifications on specimens collected from the Americas. The study of the rich ecosystems found in the New World played a crucial role in the development of ecological theories and the broader scientific understanding of life on Earth. Moreover, agricultural techniques and knowledge from the indigenous peoples significantly influenced European scientific practices, integrating new crops and cultivation methods into European agriculture.
Foundation of new societies.
The establishment of American colonies in the wake of Columbus's voyages led to the creation of new societies based on principles of exploration, freedom, and innovation. These societies eventually culminated in the foundation of the United States, a country built on ideals of democracy, liberty, and human rights. Influenced by both Enlightenment thinkers and the governance systems of native tribes, such as the Iroquois Confederacy, the United States Constitution set a new standard for governance that emphasized individual rights and the separation of powers. This new approach to governance inspired countless nations and peoples seeking to establish societies based on democratic principles and respect for human dignity, influencing global political developments and contributing to the spread of democratic ideals worldwide.
Dive into a world of exciting stories. Subscribe, hit that like button, and join the discussion in the comments.